What is going up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to the Upper 90 YouTube soccer channel. We are doing the second video today recapping Chelsea versus Juventus in the Champions League. Stick around as we dive deeper into this thrashing. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge fan of Chelsea, which is why we're talking about the best team in Europe, not only in Premier League, but in Champions League. As we saw today, they are probably one of the best teams that have a chance to win the Champions League. Now, obviously, there's Bayern Munich, there's a few other clubs, but Chelsea is right on par to be going back to the final to reclaim their trophy that they won last year. Now, in this match, I thought it was a pretty good matchup. I thought for sure this was going to be a very close match, but we definitely saw two teams show up. We saw Chelsea, which were way up here, and Juventus that were maybe down here for the most part. And along with that, we also saw the Academy boys show up today in this match. Now, going off of everything, Chelsea really dictated this game throughout the entire match. I thought possession-wise, shots, just everything on this pitch, Chelsea just looked above and beyond Juventus in this match. Now, I know there were some injuries to both sides, but again, Chelsea definitely had the better plan coming out in this game. Yes, they're playing at Stamford Bridge. Maybe that played a factor for Juventus not playing as well because they did beat us when they were at home. But again, this was a great match for Chelsea. Now, it started off with none other than another defender scoring a goal, Trevor Chalobah scoring for us. And again, he is, I think, the second youngest player right now, or he's been the youngest player to score for Chelsea in a Champions League for their starting match since Oscar back in like 2012, which again, this guy is having a phenomenal season for Chelsea this year. He's one of those I don't think a lot of people had on their radar, but now seeing him play game in and game out, he's definitely stepping into his own, and he may be pushing Azpilicueta out because, again, with the way he's been playing, he's got so much pace, very intelligent right now, fairly young, so again, we know we can run him for quite some time. Not have to worry about his legs getting too fatigued, whereas Azpilicueta, it's the opposite. Yes, he's getting a little bit older, is still intelligent, but his legs don't have the same amount of pace that they do with Trevor. Now, going off of that then, we also had some of our other Academy boys score. We had Reece James, so another defender. I'm pretty sure we're going to change our name to FC Defenders or Defenders FC because it seems like anytime we score goals, it's coming from the back, whether that's the wing backs, our center backs, somehow they're always contributing to the goals. And in the third goal, we saw Hudson-Odoi with Ruben Loftus-Cheek having just some fancy footwork, dancing through the midfield into the box. And again, this was one of those things that is just gelling very, very well for Chelsea as of lately, as we saw in this goal. And then we scored one right in stoppage time. Timo Werner, not an Academy boy, but again, happy that this player was able to find the back of net because I know he's been struggling, people giving him a hard time, but when he came on the pitch, he definitely made a huge difference. He even played a perfect ball to Ziyech that maybe Ziyech should have scored, but again, it was a great save. But Timo Werner definitely all over the pitch looked really good. I think moving into this weekend, he probably will start. I'm glad that he's back because you never know how long a hamstring injury can take to heal up. But again, it was a great showing from the boys today. Now, one of the takeaways that wasn't so great were the injuries that happened today. Now, Conte came off. It looked like he jogged off, so hopefully it's not too big of a deal. But Chilwell itself may be a bigger issue. Really hard to say as of right now since this video is being recorded just a little bit after the match. Probably won't find out until tomorrow, if not later this week, exactly what's going on with both players. Hopefully they can both rest up and get back as soon as possible. I have a feeling, though, that Chilwell most likely will not be playing this upcoming weekend against Manchester United, which means that maybe Azpilicueta or Marcos Alonso will be starting in that position, which could be interesting since we've been so reliant on Chilwell because, again, he's so attacking mindset. He's just a massive threat on that left wing. While Marcos Alonso can do that, he definitely lacks defensive ability, which can leave massive gaps in our defense, which maybe everyone else can help out with that, but we will see when Tuchel comes out with his lamp for that match. Also, I want to give credit to Thiago Silva in this match because at his age, 37, you would think that this guy would look a lot slower and not be able to do the things that he's done. And today, he definitely saved a goal today because Mendy got beat, but he was able to clear the ball off the line, just getting back there and making the smart decisions, playing that ball out. And it's just a breath of fresh air having such an intelligent player back there, because sometimes you have players that are just ball watching. So when Mendy gets beat, not saying it's happened in Chelsea yet, but we've seen other teams when their goalkeeper gets beat, all defenders just sit there and watch the ball. The fact that he has the right mindset to sprint back makes a huge difference. It shows the mentality not only for him, but the rest of the squad and what they have, because again, they're not letting anyone drop in performance. If someone just has a little bit of an issue, the other player steps up and recovers for them. And we saw that for Mendy, because Mendy has prevented a lot of shots, but again, he isn't invincible. He's going to have some types of issues. And again, he did get beat, but Thiago Silva was there to stop that goal. Now, going forward from that then, like I said, the other players I want to talk about coming off the bench, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. This guy, I think, is definitely on par to getting back to where he used to be prior to his injury with the Achilles injury. This guy, I think, can be really impactful for this team. Not maybe this season as much since we have Jorginho and Conte, but moving forward into this upcoming season. I know we're still fairly early in the season, but he'll still play a role. But future-wise, I think this guy can be one of the best players in the midfield for Chelsea, because he's such a big player. He's so dominant, can dribble, pass, shoot. He can do everything, which again is what we're needing in our midfield. Not that Jorginho, Conte, Kovacic all can't do certain things, but again, they don't have the size that this guy has. And again, it's so amazing to see players come back from injuries, because not only did he, but Hudson-Odoi as well, who also had Achilles injury, scored tonight. All these players coming back from these injuries and doing so well. So like I said, I'm very happy with how things turned out today. Chelsea now are on top of the table in Group H. If they win out, they will then obviously win the group. I mean, things can still happen with goal differentials with their last game. Chelsea do play Zenit. Juventus play Malmo. So again, there could be a lot of goals that could still change how this ends up. But right now, Chelsea are in the driver's seat. I have a feeling they're going to do very well against Zenit. Most likely, they're going to go out and try to win that game with a few extra goals just to kind of have that buffer to make sure that they win their group. Because like I said in my earlier video today, you always want to win your group, even though you have no idea who you're going to play, because if you win your group, you have a better chance of playing. Obviously, there's still good teams, but not the best teams, because if you lose, you might go against another heavy hitter team such as Bayern Munich or someone along those lines. So again, trying to avoid those teams until later on is definitely a huge advantage to then getting to the final. So that is all I have for you today. Again, I had predicted 3-1. I was off just slightly. I thought maybe they would score a goal, but thanks to Thiago Silva, that did not happen, and we ended up winning 4-0. So again, a great performance from pretty much everyone on the pitch. Again, I would probably give 8s, 9s, and 10s to pretty much every player on the pitch today, because in these last couple of games, we've seen Chelsea just elevate their gameplay and their style. And again, just applauding Thomas Tuchel with what he's been doing with this squad, because we definitely are one of the best clubs right now in the world, and I think we can keep that level going, not only in the Premier League, also in the Champions League. So like I said, I'm hoping that we can keep going on in the knockout stages and make it to the final. So if you are new to this channel, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. That is all I have for you today, and I will see you next time.